I currently own this 1999 C5 Corvette and this 1991 Honda Beat. I just bought this car a week ago, and I've been holding on to this Corvette for about a month, waiting for the right buyer to come, and I believe that today is the day she's selling. But first, we need to rewind to 1 week ago today. All right, I basically just rushed home. I have somebody coming to look at the vet in like 5 minutes. I wanted to take it out for one last drive just in case they buy it, but I guess we'll do one last start. You were good to me, car. I'm gonna try my best to film as much as I can. I don't have any time to set up anything because they're literally gonna be here in like 2 minutes. So maybe this is the end of the Corvette. And I didn't know it, but this guy was literally parked right next to me as I was filming this. That was so awkward. I didn't want to look weird again and scare him away by filming anything, so I'll just quick explain what happened. He inspected the car and saw no flaws. I mean, why would he? The car has literally 0 scratches on it. I didn't let him drive the car, and I took it for a ride because I didn't want him destroying my transmission if he couldn't drive manual that well. I could tell that he was low-key scared of my driving, so I'm holding onto that door handle a little too tight. And when we got back, we talked for a little bit, and then he gave me his offer. Okay, so I didn't film at all. I'm not gonna lie. The guy just came. He was so nice. We took it for a drive. There was no problems, and he offered me $17K in cash, and I said yes. I don't know if, I mean, I know this is like a $3,000 profit, but like, I don't want to get rid of this thing. Like, this is the problem though. You can't get emotional flipping items, and that's why flipping cars for me is bad for my mental health. But the problem was, it was a Friday night and the banks are closed, so he wasn't able to pull out cash to buy it this weekend, and only could do it during the week. But the problem is, I'm a college student. This is my college room. If you couldn't tell, is different than the normal setup. I mean, it's pretty depressing. I have literally 2 decorations in here. But anyways, I got class to attend, so the nearest time we could agree on selling it was a week from today, the next Friday. So we agreed to meet at the notary on that day. So the Corvette is being sold in a week. I really hope this guy doesn't end up ghosting me. I mean, we shook on it. It should go through. I don't know. Some people are crazy though, so I don't have my hopes too high. But in the meantime, there's a lot more work I need to do on this Honda Beat. If you guys didn't watch the last video, I got this car for $6,000. It is a right-hand drive, tiny go-kart. That's the best thing I could describe it as. Last video, we cleaned it up and restored it, but we still have a lot to do, like restoring the soft top, clean up a few other spots, and most importantly, put this thing on new wheels. I absolutely love this car, but these wheels do it 0 justice. It completely takes away the majesticness of this car, and at this point, I think literally any other wheel would look better on it. These wheels are 13 inches, and for reference, an average car is like 18 inches. Nobody makes any wheels in this size except for like a Honda Beat and some like old Civics. I've been talking to this guy off Facebook Marketplace who's selling Miata wheels. I think it would look a little better with bigger wheels as well. These wheels have brand new tires and they're black, and I just like the black wheels on this car anyway. We agreed to meet up in a Walmart parking lot in like 2 hours, and it's a pretty far drive, so I'm gonna go leave to pick him up right now. So I'm not driving the Honda Beat. There's no way more than 1 wheel can fit in that car. I'm a little late, so I gotta lock in, make up some time. Over text, we agreed on $250. That is a complete steal if you ask me. So I got like an hour left to drive. Let's go. When I got here, these wheels were in perfect shape. The tires were brand new. All that really needed to be done was cleaning them. I didn't see any curb rash, and I thought they looked pretty good, so I handed him $250 and loaded these tiny little wheels into my car. I quick went in to wash my hands.
Your hands don't look like this while you're eating your lunch. You must be a liberal sissy. Must be a sissy boy.
And get a few snacks, but now the wheels were officially mine. So we just picked up the wheels. I think they look pretty good. They're gonna look amazing on the Beat, way better than what's on it right now. So let's drive home and put them on. Jeez, dude, are you all right? No, you just hit me with your car. What do you mean I hit you? You jumped in front of me. My back hurts. I think you broke it. Are you kidding me?
Well, you better have good insurance to pay for my bodily damages.
Where did you get a cast? Oh my gosh.
Well, who are they gonna believe? The poor guy injured or you?
Well, 100% me.
And why is that?
Because I have the Redtiger F17 Elite dash camera, the sponsor of today's video. Unboxing this dash cam, you get the main camera, the rear camera, and the wires to connect all of this. Installation is super simple. You just put the sticker onto your windshield and then stick your front dash cam onto that sticker. Using the cord with the cigarette adapter, you tuck the wire away in the trim so it's not visible and ugly. Using this trim tool they give you, it's super easy and low-key satisfying to do. Once you get to the bottom, you just run the wire under your floor mat and plug it into wherever your port is. Then it's the same process for the rear, except you run it across the top of the door trim until you reach the rear window. Same thing, put the sticker on and stick your rear dash cam on. Take off the stickers covering the cameras, turn on your car, and it fires right up. This is the world's first full night color dash cam. As I'm driving here, it is pitch black out and you can see perfectly good. Even through the cabin camera, you can see everything super clear and bright, and same with the rear camera. In the daytime, you can really see how good this 4K camera is. The cabin camera has a 1080p camera and the rear a 2.5K. Something I think is cool too, you can basically use this as a backup camera if your car doesn't have one. There's a million different settings to play around with, and to download footage, you just open the app and hit download. It's that simple. These cameras use Sony Starvis 2 sensors, which in simple words are really good, and can even pick up exact license plates. Having a dash cam really helps prevent you from bad situations of people doing crazy stuff like brake checking you, and it helps capture funny moments that happen on the road. So if you want to stay protected, get your Redtiger dash cam with the first link in the description. Anyways, let's go put on these wheels. For reference, this is how the wheels look now, pretty ugly, and here's the new ones. I jacked up the car, didn't even bother putting it on jack stands because this thing weighs like 20 pounds, and started taking off the lug nuts. I don't think these have been taken off in probably decades, so they were stuck, but this massive torque wrench was a huge help. Is this torque wrench huge or is the car small? The answer is yes. And after hitting it with a drill, the first wheel was off.
You're so blue collar.
Come on, Nick is blue, come on, collar.
The new wheel already looks a million times better on here, and with these new chrome non-rusted lug nuts, it looks pretty good. I did the same thing for the second wheel, took it off, and put on the new one. When putting on wheels, it's very important to torque the lug nuts to the spec of your car, or else you might have a wheel run away from you on the highway. I torqued both of the wheels to spec, and the front two were on. Then I jacked up the back, took both of the old wheels off, and replaced them for the new ones. Torqued both wheels to the right spec, and the wheels were officially on. But as I was dropping it, something became very apparent to me. So we just put the wheels on. They look huge. I didn't expect it to look that big. It's like barely clearing. I'm gonna have to take it for a ride and see if it like rubs at all. These wheels are also really dirty. I probably should have cleaned them before I put them on, but I'm gonna take it for a ride. If it rubs, then I'm probably gonna have to like put the other wheels back on because I did not expect this much of a gap. That's kind of bad. But if not, I'm gonna clean the wheels up and make it look pretty good. So I got in the car to take this thing for a ride, and
Hold on.
that is not the face you make when something goes well. Looking at the car, I didn't realize, but the wheel is literally touching the suspension on the front.
That's bad right there. That is not good.
And on the back, it's touching the control arm and suspension. Whoever said in the Honda Beat forum you can run 15-inch wheels, lock your doors tonight. So, I can't drive this car. It's rubbing against the suspension so badly, and I don't want to break anything. I mean, I guess it's not for nothing because we get to see what the Beat looks like on monster truck wheels. All right, well, I got to take them off and put the old wheels on. It's just part of the plan, you know. When you run into obstacles, when you try and do something good, you run into obstacles. You know, that's just how it works. And then you can't let it discourage you. You can't let it discourage you. So let's take one last good look at this thing on new wheels, and let's jack the car up again. I mean, it's the exact same process before, except this time way more depressing. Out with the new and in with the old. I mean, there's nothing else to say here besides the fact that I wasted $250 in like 4 hours of my life. But finally, the old wheels were back on. What else could possibly go wrong?
At least we got... Oh my gosh. Are you kidding me? No.
You know, it's just one of those days where nothing goes right. I didn't notice, but the setup is staggered, meaning this back wheel needs to be on the front, or else it's just gonna look stupid. I need to take them all off and put them on again. I'm losing daylight because I've been doing this for so long. If this guy ghosts me with the Corvette too, I'm gonna lose it. Like, I'm actually done. So off again with the wheels. Why am I like this? This time I decided it was appropriate to use jack stands and find some joy today in seeing the Beat floating, which was pretty funny, I'm not gonna lie. But after way too long, I put the wheels on the correct way. At least out of all of this, we switched the old rusted lug nuts out for chrome ones, and then I called it a night. So I just went out and got myself some Chipotle. I can't hold it because I have the mic in my hand. I decided to park in the back because it's really funny to see this thing next to all these giant trucks. I'm telling you guys, if you're having a bad day, just go to Chipotle. It reverses your luck. Hopefully tomorrow the things I do don't go as bad as what happened today, but that's only if it's shipped to me yet. Okay, next up, I just bought this black top restore kit thing. Right now, the top is so gray, it just looks bad. I went on Amazon, picked this up for like 20 bucks. Apparently this stuff is supposed to make it look like this picture right here. I don't believe it. This top is far from savable. It's like 30 years old. Let's see what we got. Giant foam applicator pad, and it looks to be like a black dye. First of all, I cleaned the top with soapy water just to get all the dirt and debris out. I'm putting a piece of tape in the middle so we can actually see if that result is what we end up getting. I put a bunch of the stuff onto a pad and started rubbing it on. Already the stuff is making a night and day difference, and this is only the first coat. I applied the stuff very generously since I wanted to use the whole bottle, because if I saved it, probably would just sit on my shelf for eternity. The back part with all the stains almost completely went away from just applying one coat of this stuff. After letting it dry for 15 minutes, I started applying the second coat. This one made even bigger of a difference than the first coat, and spot where the stains were basically completely went away. And now for the reveal. I can 100% confirm the box was not lying. I don't know why, but this was probably the most satisfying thing I've ever done to a car, and it really shows. I started doing the other side, which didn't have as many stains as the first one, but this stuff took care of the ones that it did have. While waiting for it to dry, I took a Q-tip and got spots I couldn't reach with the giant applicator pad. I then applied the second coat, but by the end of it, I still had a lot left in the bottles, so I just hit the entire thing with another coat. Is that too many? I don't know. I'm not following a tutorial. I'm just making this up. But after I used up the bottle, this turned out looking amazing. Just as a reminder, this is what it looked like before, and this is what it looks like after. Forever Blacktop, I forever love you. Now with that looking good, it's time to try and save this rear window. Now I don't know how well I can save this because it's absolutely filthy. And when I opened the trunk, I saw how terribly this was installed. While the trunk was open, I decided to quick check the oil level, which was a bit low, so I added a tiny bit more. But back to the rear window. I first removed all of the existing tape and taped up all the holes from the inside, so I could try and restore all of the outside plastic. I then wiped it down with just some soapy water, and then it's time to polish it. I just put some onto a microfiber towel and worked it into the plastic. It's a very slow process, but after like 15 minutes, the faded plastic started to restore slightly. I retaped over the holes on the outside as neat as I could, and here's what it looked like before, and here's what it looks like now. Definitely a difference, but it is far from perfect. While adding oil, I couldn't help but notice how disgusting this trunk was with all of the dirt and white stuff everywhere, so I took a brush with some soapy water and scrubbed it all off. For when a buyer looks at this compared to what it was before, it shows the car was taken care of and not neglected. I then cleaned the other side, which was equally as bad, and that made a huge difference. The sides of the trunk needed to be cleaned as well, so I quick did that. Below it though was also filthy, so I took a brush and a vacuum and cleaned up all of the big chunks of dirt. I honestly don't know if back here has ever been cleaned in this car's life, so this was really satisfying bringing it back to looking brand new. And after brushing with soapy water, the trunk went from this to this. Pretty good. So it is the morning of selling the Corvette. Right now, this car is so filthy. I've been just letting it sit for the last like month because I've been at college. So we're gonna quick wash it up. I wanted to take it on a proper last drive, but it's 10:20 right now, and I'm meeting the guy at the notary at 11 o'clock. So I'm gonna give it a quick last minute wash. Unfortunately, no last drive, but we gotta wash this thing. All I really had time for was a quick spray with water and drying it off. I made sure to clean the wheels and shine the tires as well, but just like that, my time was up. On the drive to the notary, it was a little emotional, I'm not gonna lie. This car had some great memories, and it really helped me build this channel to where it's at now. But all good things come to an end. And next thing you know, I was in the notary signing the title to somebody else. I took the plate off and took one last video before leaving with a license plate and a pile of cash. Hello? And now with the Corvette sold, it's time for the third ever price breakdown. So first of all, we spent $13,500 on buying the Corvette. Then there was $295 in registration fees. And then we put $300 into a new exhaust. To be honest, I don't really know if I should have put the exhaust on, but like, I don't know. It was fun. I bought this car all the way up in New York, so we spent $72 in gas. And for the detailing stuff and other miscellaneous costs, we're gonna say 50 bucks. And that wheel that I just destroyed for no reason was $20, bringing the grand total spent to $14,237. And we just sold this car for $17,000, bringing a total profit $2,763. Hourly, I don't even know how I'm gonna calculate this because I spent a lot of hours on this, but we're gonna do a rough estimate. So I spent around 9 hours driving to pick up the car, add another 5 to detailing and cleaning this thing, throw on another 2 hours for putting the exhaust on, and we'll add like 2 hours in just random time, bringing the total hours worked to 18 hours, meaning per hour we made $153 per hour. Okay, I just went to the bank and put that 17K away. You guys should not be carrying that much cash. It's just not smart. And so we are sitting at $6,957 in profit going towards my dream car. Now, I know what you're thinking. You can easily get a 350Z for $7,000. And you're right, I can. One that's been ran through and abused. I've already owned 2 of them that have been ran through and abused. And my goal is to get a really clean one, preferably like 1 or 2 owners. We still have a bunch of time before I can afford a clean 350, but we are approaching that goal very fast, especially since I just got the title to this car. I mean, it took a month to get here, but like, to be honest, I'm fine with that. It gives me more of an excuse to own this car. But I just took it out for pictures, and I think they came out looking really good. Obviously, it would look a lot better if the wheels actually fit, but whatever. I actually got these wheels at a pretty decent price, so I'm actually gonna try and flip these. I just listed them up on Facebook Marketplace for 400 bucks. If I just get my money back, I'll be happy. I think we could probably get like at least 300. I edited the Honda Beat photos, I created the listing and listed it for 8,500 bucks. I don't really know if somebody would actually buy it for 8,500 bucks, but my goal is to get around 8,000 for this car. I still have some things I need to do to this. I can't for the life of me find a door handle. For some reason, it's so rare, I can't find a single listing on eBay. If one of you guys watching this happen to have a spare Honda Beat door handle, I mean, complete shot in the dark, but DM me on Instagram if you do. It would be a huge help. Now with the Corvette gone, I'm able to look for another car to buy. Would I ever get another Corvette? I don't know. Like, it was definitely a fun car, but I don't know. There's something about it that I can only see myself owning this if I'm 50 going through like a midlife crisis. As you guys can tell, I love to buy and sell these convertible rear-wheel drive tiny cars. But if you look around, it's not summer anymore and it's getting cold out. So people are not looking for cars like this. I hope this thing sells soon. I actually don't really hope this thing sells soon because I kind of want to keep it. But it's getting cold and depressing, meaning I have to switch my car selection up a little bit. Preferably something like all-wheel drive and just practical for the wintertime. Comment below what car you think I should get in the next video. If you want to keep following me on my journey, be sure to like and subscribe. We just hit 200,000 subscribers. I don't know how to react to that, to be honest. I felt like I was just thanking you guys for 100,000 and now I feel like I'm gonna wake up from a dream any second. You guys have really changed my life. Like, thank you all so much for the support. Have a great rest of your day. Peace out.